CSVs, or sometimes we also get JSON files on daily basis. So then we use DBT Cloud to transform this data, and then we build staging models and intermediate models, and finally mark models. So this final layer has dimension tables in star schema design. For example, like fact claims, dim patient, dimensional provider, like that. So these are the overview of the current architecture of the current project. So coming to this major roles, day-to-day activities, we build and maintain the DBT models, like staging models, intermediate models, and we load the data from S3 into Snowflake using copy into command with the help of SnowPipe, and we write the SQL queries and we optimize this. We optimize those queries, and then we monitor daily pipelines, whether they are running, and is there any task failures and SnowPipe issues is there. So like that we monitor daily pipelines, and then we write streams. We build tasks for CDC pipelines, and here in our project we implement SED type 2, so for patient and provider dimension tables, and then we participate daily meetings and sprint planning, documenting pipelines, so etc. So these are the overview of day-to-day activities. Like we monitor the pipelines dashboards in Snowflake, and we look at task history and SnowPipe load status.
So can you explain me end-to-end data pipeline in your project? Like how file can come from source and how you do data loading and all.
Okay. We actually receive files from different data sources. Okay. And then one second. So one second, there is an technical issue.
No problem.
Am I audible now?
Audible.
Okay, so coming to this, we receive data from multiple source systems, like such as patients and claims, providers, and pharmacy applications, and the source files are landed in AWS S3. We receive files in the form of JSON or sometimes CSV files, and then our SnowPipe will automatically detect that files, and it ingests that data into Snowflake as a raw tables. Using we configure some settings for this setup. So usually by using this S3 service, where we set up the event notification, so to trigger the whenever the file lands into AWS S3 bucket, so that our event notification will trigger. So Snowpipe will load the data into Snowflake. From S3 to Snowflake, and then after loading, we build staging models, intermediate and mark models by using DBT to cleanse and transform the data, business data, and then we do the deduplications, and then we implement the SED type 2 implementation. And finally, the data is stored in fact and dimension tables in a star schema model. So these data will be consumed by the BA users. We have a downstream user. So this is the overview of the end-to-end project.
Okay. So you have worked on SnowPipe, correct? So can you tell me what is difference between the real-time data and near real-time data?
Near real time means like for example, whenever the data lands into S3 bucket, so by using S3 event notification, we ingest the data. So that's a near real time data. A real time means like, for example, if we take Kafka, so it immediately ingests the data. So publisher can publish the data, and so consumer can consume the data in real time.
Okay. So can you give me any example of real-time data?
Okay, real time data example. So for example, in a banking application, if you take a banking application, so whenever a customer swipes a credit card, the transaction is processed immediately. And the account balance is updated within seconds. So the user is he can able to see the updated balance instantly. So near real time means in my project, so the source files lands in AWS S3 for every few minutes, even sometimes hours. So our Snowflake loads that into Snowflake within 1 to 2 minutes. So that is the near real time example use case.
Okay. And how did you implement it SCD type 2 model in your project?
Okay, SCD type 2. So basically, in our project, as I mentioned, we are implementing SCD type 2. So for dimension tables like patient and provider to maintain historical changes. So whenever a record changes, the existing record by updating the end date and setting the flag info like N or Y. So we used to, add the flag for that particular record. So then we insert new record with the updated values, with the new effective date and the current flag as Y. So this will allow us to, track the complete history of the changes that happened for that particular record. So we implement this by using DBT snapshots and incremental models in Snowflake.
Okay. And suppose the pipeline is failing suddenly after staging load. So how we can troubleshoot this?
Pipeline, okay. If it fails, okay. Then the first step is to identify where the failure has exactly happened, and we can check for the orchestration tool by checking the logs, airflow logs, and we can see the Snowflake task history, or we can run the DBT logs. So first I analyze the error message, and then I verify the source file availability and data quality issues and permissions. Sometimes we end up with permission errors, or sometimes those kind of issues we may encounter. So I'll find the root cause for that pipeline failure, and then after validating all these errors, I rerun the failed job and then perform the data reconciliation, and I'll ensure that there should not be any data loss. So accordingly, I update the Jira ticket so that the users can aware of the exact status of that failure.
So the failure of a DBT model can be the reason.
Sorry, a failure of the DBT
Model can be the reason also.
Yes, yeah. DBT, yes.
Okay. And what challenges you have faced? Can you give me any example for production related issue?
Okay, when it comes to challenges, okay. one challenge I faced in production was, there was a stored procedure issue failed during the daily load process. So that procedure was loading duplicate records because the source system sent the same data multiple times. So this will cause the downstream reporting issues. So first I analyzed the procedure logic, and then I identified that proper deduplication logic. There was an issue with the deduplication. So, and I implemented the row number function with a unique business key to keep the latest records. And then after testing, I deployed that fix. First, I will implement that in the dev environment, and then I tested that fix properly in the dev environment. Then, after testing, we deploy that fix in the higher environments. So that is what one challenge that I faced in my project.
Can you explain incremental model in DBT?
Incremental model, okay. Example for that incremental model, okay.
Like how it works or how you implement it, or how it works in DBT, the incremental model one.
Okay, incremental models are they used to load only changed records instead of rebuilding the entire table every time. So the first run creates the full table, and then the subsequent runs process only the incremental data using is underscore incremental function, a macro. So in my project, I use incremental models for large fact tables containing millions of records. So that's why we significantly reduce the execution time, and as well as the Snowflake compute cost also. So we typically use the merge strategy with a unique key to handle this both inserts and updates effectively. So that's why we are implementing the DBT model in our project.
Okay, so suppose I'm using a pre-prod environment in my project, and the tables I'm using where the data of that table suddenly got deleted or accidentally deleted, and I want to recover that data. So how is it possible?
Table got deleted in the production?
No. The data of the table got deleted in pre-production environment.
Okay.
So how we can recover that data?
So in Snowflake,
is there any solution?
Yeah, we can use time travel feature in Snowflake.
Okay.
So by using this time travel, we can exactly find the earlier it takes the snapshot of that particular table. If the data was accidentally deleted or some other person may delete it, we can use this time travel feature. So we can restore the deleted data by querying or cloning the table from a certain timestamp before the deletion occurred. So there are multiple ways we can use a particular SQL statement or by using at and a particular timestamp. So in that way we can restore the deleted data.
So what is the difference between time travel and failsafe?
Failsafe is fully controlled by Snowflake. We cannot do anything. There should be a timeline for failsafe, 7 days. So Snowflake is the only support we can recover the data by contacting them. But whereas in time travel, we used to recover the data. But we can directly recover the data or any updated data dropped this thing. There should be a data retention period. So if we set for a data retention period, then only we can recover that particular data. Otherwise, we cannot do that, recovery by using time table. But in failsafe, Snowflake has failsafe will start after the data retention time period ends. I mean, from data retention time period ends, it will have 7 days validity. So it is mainly for the disaster recovery, completely handled by Snowflake.
Okay. Can you please share your screen?
Yeah, 1 second. Is my screen is visible?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm not pasting. You share me screen of Notepad editor.
Okay, fine. 1 second.
So there is a table called claims. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, table name is claims. And columns are provider ID. And provider ID and claim amount.
Okay.
So can you write the query to find top 5 providers with the highest number of claims?
Okay. Top 5 providers with the highest number of claims. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Only top 5 providers, right? So, okay.
Yes.
Okay, just let me think once. Okay. Select the column names provider ID. You can use some function. So here I'm selecting the columns provider ID and I'm doing the application by using some function to calculate the total claim amount and from the claims table.
Okay.
Group by provider ID. You can use limit. So this is the query to find the top providers with the highest claim amount. So here I aggregate the claim amount using some function for each provider ID, and then I group the data by provider ID, and I'm here sorting the data in descending order for the total claim amount. So finally I use limit function to return only the top 5 providers with the highest total claim amount.
Okay. Can you find duplicate claims?
Duplicate claims, okay. Okay. So to find duplicates, okay. Let's select claim ID. Provider ID. That's based on the columns that we require, we need claim amount also, we can include that. Otherwise, I use this number. So here I'm using this row number function, and I'm partitioning the data by claim ID based on claim ID. So, and then order by the claim date, and finally I'm filtering where the row number is greater than 1. So this will help me to identify the duplicates within each claim ID group.
Can you tell me, like, I want to reuse the SQL logic across the different DBT models. So how I can do that?
You need to use the same SQL code, right? Across,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what the main, in DBT we implement the business logic across the multiple models using a layered approach. First I create the staging models to clean and standardize the source data, and then we build the intermediate models to apply like joins, aggregations, and the business rules, and finally we build mark models like to build the fact and dimension tables. So here we can use the reference function to manage dependencies between the models. That will ensure
So have you heard macros?
Macros, yeah, yes, we have used. So that's why the main major use case of the DBT is the modularize the code. That's what we can reuse that code in multiple ways, multiple layers. Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell me some latest features of Snowflake?
Latest features, okay. We have different features like dynamic tables and Cortex AI agent. They build inbuilt AI model Cortex, and we can use a Streamlit application uh, and Snowpark for Python, Java, and Scala development, and dynamic tables for automatic data pipeline management, and Cortex AI, as I mentioned, Cortex AI for generative AI and LLM capabilities, and iceberg tables for open table formats. So these are the features that help to build modern data engineering pipelines.
Okay, Srinivas. So I'm done from my end. Do you have any questions to ask?
I'm good. I just would like to know what is the domain of the project. I mean, what kind of project it is.
Mainly the expectation from the candidate is good knowledge on Snowflake, DBT, SQL, and knowledge on ETL tools. Also, knowledge on cloud technologies like AWS or GCP or Azure. Or the candidate, or also candidate should be aware with latest technology trends of AI. So yeah, these are all required, but role is totally about Snowflake data engineering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any new skills that I need to explore or expertise for this kind of role?
Do you know Python?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so Python is also will be expected, Python or PySpark. So like all this data engineering stack is expected to be scaled up, and very good knowledge on SQL coding and DBT, of course. DBT is also required.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay, Srinivas.
fine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Have a very nice day.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.